Hey everyone, Mulligan here, and welcome to another episode of Eternal Errors. For those new, this is a series where we take a look at some mistakes I make and attempt to educate others on what the correct decision is in a given situation. Typically, each episode focuses on a specific archetype. Today we'll be looking at Feln Midrange. After messing with the Unseen tribe early on in the Dusk Road metagame, I finally decided to go back to a more classic list. The link to the deck will be in the video description. I also want to thank you guys for the feedback on the different format that I used in the last episode. So I'll keep using samples from my Twitch stream where you guys listen in on my live responses. Let's jump in. The first game we'll be looking at is against Asteria, who is on Argentport Midrange. The early game has been relatively unexciting due to the nature of both decks. Permafrost did help slow the game down in my favor, but on turn 3, Asteria plays Unseen Commando. Let's listen in and see what I do against it. I think I offer the trade here. He won't. He's not gonna take it, but we still offer it. This Feln Stranger is really weird. So do we be greedy and are we greedy? No, this actually needs to die, so we need to hold Annihilate. We can't permafrost this. So yeah, we have to be quote unquote greedy and hold Annihilate. Because that has to die. Okay, well. I guess I could have permafrosted to check for protect. So generally you want to hold fast spells until your opponent's turn, but players get into a bad habit of holding them too much. Here I misplayed by not using Annihilate on my turn, because Asteria had no open power left after playing Unseen Commando, so there would be no chance to use Protect to block Annihilate. This was a case where using a fast spell on your own turn is the better play, especially considering the matchup. For its entire existence, Argentport Midrange has always ran Protect to prevent their guys from being removed. Just to give reasoning behind my play, I was actually trying to get a 2-for-1 by killing Unseen Commando once a weapon was put on him, but that was way too greedy in hindsight. The next game we'll be looking at is against Braddock, who looks to be on a different variant of Argentport control. There's been a lot of back and forth throughout the game, a bunch of 1-for-1 trades all the way into the late game where now I have to make a decision on how I want to play the rest of the game out. We'll need to listen in for longer than usual in this clip, but I want you guys to see how I plan out the next couple of turns and then look at what I actually do. I think we have to attack for 5 because my plan is to scouting party. Like, we have to get the 5 in at some point. My plan is to scouting party, then crystallize and win the game. So I think that 5's important. We go to 8, that's bad. Versus 10. But I don't know, I just think it's important. I don't know why. Tavrod Mokto's a big non-bow, considering you're far more likely for Tavrod to point Destiny Mokto in the void than for you to redraw him. Yeah. Alright, so now we hold back. And that dies. That's unfortunate. That kinda sucks. I think we're gonna chump, we do this guy. Feels bad. I don't want to die to Vara's favor. Okay, well. We do it again? I think we scouting party again, to be honest. Maybe I didn't think this all the way through, because now I have to double block, and I still lose cards. I still lose card draw, I should say. So this is a case of coming up with a plan or going with a line of play, but not sticking to it. While what I did might not have necessarily been wrong to some people, I felt that switching up by getting greedy with the second scouting party versus just sticking to the plan and using Crystallize was the misplay here. That turn was the only turn I could really fit Crystallize in, and I never really got a chance to play it afterwards. Also, someone else in chat did mention that I should have left the 5/5 Pioneer back as a blocker instead of attacking, but at the end of the day, not attacking would have just given me another Yeti token to work with if the game played out in the exact same way. Finally, we've got a game that's not from a Twitch stream against Element2727, who is on Skycrack aggro. I've been under pressure the entire game, but I have been able to keep up with my opponent. Then Element floods the board. I did have my mic on for this particular session, so we can still listen in and see how I respond to this play. Wait. I attack. The last card in his hand is a combat trick. So probably gonna hope to if I double block that, then I take 6. Can I go to 9? Possibly. If he goes for the combat trick. He can't kill both of those guys though if he goes ultimate that, so I think we still have to make this play. Embrace the shadow. So, just to make things clearer, I had already planned on playing the other Impending Doom in my hand and holding up Annihilate for my opponent's turn, in case they decided to not use their combat trick and go with the Pyro Knight ultimate instead. Annihilate was going to be used on Pyro Knight regardless, and I planned to double block Vadius. In hindsight, I think I should have held back to stabilize instead of attacking. I wanted to start getting damage in because I tend to treat Skycrack like the Stone Scar matchup. Kill them before they kill you. But I might not have had to go into play to win mode quite yet. I also didn't take into account the ping damage I was taking from my own Impending Dooms. The combat trick turned out to be Rock Slide, so if I had stayed back, I would have lost one Impending Doom to it from blocking Furnace Mage. But I'd take one less damage every turn. I think I had the right idea to set up a turn 2 lethal, but the attack just seemed like a turn too soon. I'm curious as to what you guys would have done actually. Let me know in the comments below. That's it for this episode of Eternal Errors. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you liked the video. If you would have handled any situation shown today differently, or if you have any ideas for this series, let me know in the comments section below. Feedback is always appreciated. For those new, if you like what you saw, feel free to check out my previous episodes in this series by clicking the link on your screen. And consider subscribing to the channel if you don't want to miss future episodes. Thanks again for taking time out of your day to watch this, and I will see you all soon. Take care.